Now you're looking at a poster that says unapologetically white, and you know I'm going to get into that, but let's speak about the story first. Now this story happened in St. Cloud, Minnesota, in an area called St. Joseph. Now the residents reported that dozens of white nationalist posters were displayed prominently in the city on Wednesday, according to the police department. Now, area resident reported the signs to police early that afternoon, and the St. Joseph Police Chief Joel Klein said the posters were largely found on the main roadways such as Minnesota Street and College Avenue. Signs are not allowed on power poles or in the public right of way, according to the police, and officers were taking them down. It says the first time the St. Joseph area has seen such signs. Klein said similar posters have been seen in St. Cloud. Now they're saying a resident said he spotted the posters leaving the post office on Wednesday. Sign said unapologetically white, hate speech is free speech, and there are two genders. Each poster contained the logo and the name of a group, St. Cloud State White Student Union. The posters were found predominantly in the downtown St. Joseph area, according to the police and a resident. Let's look at this first one because we're going to look at two of their posters. It says unapologetically white. Now, you know good and well, all black people that could be listening, you know exactly where they got that from. They say that we are inferior and they have hatred for us, but yet they copy everything that we do, everything that we say. If we say unapologetically black, they copy that. If we say Black Lives Matter, they copy that. If we have a certain slang, they copy that. If we perform music a certain way, they copy that. We have melanin. They constantly trying to copy that, either with melanin injections they're getting. Look at that white female Martina Big, or they're baking themselves in the sun so much they can give them melanoma, but that's okay. And then when you call a hand on it, they want to lie and say, I'm not trying to look like a black person. Why are you baking yourself? I thought you were superior. Well, what's wrong with your skin color? Why you're not proud to be, like they say, proud to be white? Why? Why aren't you? You understand what I'm saying? And the issue is because one person on Instagram say, you guys sometimes are petty. No, we ain't petty about nothing. The fact is, y'all be stealing from black people, copy everything, but have a hatred for us. Then we call your hand on it. You want to come up with this. Oh, well, it's not just exclusive to black people. Why in the world we came up with it then? Well, why is it? I don't go up to Japanese people and say, oh, a kimono not exclusive to Japanese people. Everybody should be able to wear it. No, it's exclusive to their culture. And I respect that. But it seems like with black folks, we are afraid to call that out. Or if we do say the words cultural appropriation, we allow them to back us down. Now, you should never do that. I mean, my thing is this. If you hate black folks, that's cool. I'm always said that's cool to hate black folks. That's what you want to do. But don't be trying to take our junk and trying to use it. And you know what's the reasoning why we saying that about unapologetically black. It has nothing to do with hatred for no other group of people. The fact is that when we came over here, their ancestors took away our identity, took away our language, took away our religion, our customs and everything. And in this land, we came over here with our culture. They beat it out of us, killed us, and our generations of children were raised without their true African culture. So literally our identity was stolen. They are the original identity thieves. So we had to find our own identity for wherever that may be in this country. We started off on a blank slate. Everyone else that come to this country still had their culture, still had their language, etc. But when it came to our ancestors, we didn't have that. So whatever culture that we have developed here in this country, I think we did pretty good at doing so. This is why I tell black people, if you don't fight for your culture, if you don't fight for your children, if you don't have pride within our group, then it makes you not special. That's why I'm against that people of color reference, because black people need to be called a separate group like anybody else is called a separate group. Black people need to call people out on this when you see them do this, because this is what they do. Black people, they steal from you. Even the hateful ones will steal from you. They'll coin it. They'll act like they came up with it. And then you'll turn around and look at them. They selling your junk to you that you came up with. And this is the biggest thing that I see wrong with that. And the only reason it happens because black people don't say much, or if they do say something, they're backing down. My thing is this: if you say you superior, then you should not be copying anything inferior. But that's not what they're going to do. Like I said, the white supremacists, they'll sit here and listen to this video or any video that I make. They'll be here before anybody that like me be here. That's just what they do. They can't stop being around black people. They are obsessed with black people. I mean, it's extremely sickening. Like, I don't even know how it feels to stalk another group of people like that and to say I don't like them. It's just void of common sense. It's definitely, like I said before, it's demonic to me, because you say you hate something, but you can't stay away from it. To look at this next picture they put up. We have a right to exist. Now, the question should be, who is telling you that you can't exist, and who are these people? Okay? Because they said the same thing in Charlottesville. We have a right to exist. Now, are you meaning in an area of you have a right to exist and be a white supremacist terrorist? Or do you have a right to exist as your group? Now, if you're talking about your group and you know your birth rate issues, you know the sperm count issues with the men, you know the opioids issues is going on, you know the increased power of the sun where sunscreen is not working, and it's a global thing that's going on. More are dying than being born. You are barking up the wrong tree, because I was reading some other things they were stating that, oh, they bring all these immigrants in this country and they're going to outbreed us, and or we're getting with them and they're breeding us out. Well, you need to talk to your people, because your people pushing this interracial agenda in this country, so much so that I see it as an agenda now. It's not something normal they're pushing. They're pushing a particular pairing. They're pushing black men, white women, and now they're really pushing black women, white men. They're not pushing no other races with black people, or no other races with white people. Is always that pairing. And I want to do a stream on the interracial agenda, because I truly believe they're doing that for genetic survival. It has nothing to do with no love or whatever, but that'll be a stream that I probably want to cover this week. But you saying you have a right to exist, you probably need to take that up with God, because like I said, black people are not preventing you from existing. We don't have the power to prevent you from existing. So you probably need to take that up with like I say, the creator. That's the one you need to take that up with. But every day in this country, ladies and gentlemen, the white supremacist terrorists, they just don't stop. And, I would love to look up one day and the white supremacist terrorists do not exist anymore. That's a group of people that needs to go. It's a white supremacist terrorist. They don't mean the earth no good. They don't bring nothing joyous to the world. Everywhere they go, they destroy. They even destroy their own people. I've covered many stories of white supremacist terrorists hurting and harming white people. So they're not good for their own. And, like you said, the God of justice have a way of correcting things in the earth. And for me, I just see that a lot of evil is being corrected by God himself. And that's why they have this fear and saying that we have a right to exist. Well, like I say, take that up with God. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this particular story. Share the video, like the commentary, subscribe. Make sure you click the notification bell to find new posts, new news stories, or live streams.